Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Vayera from Chamishi-Shishi. In this week's Parsha, we have the birth of Yitzchak. Yitzchak, there's a common theme of using the words of Yitzchak, the letters of Tzaddik Chaf Kuf, in various situations to mean either laughing or joy, and even meaning negative items such as avodah zarah, arayos, and even shvichas damim. So after this promise that came, so Sarah says, "Vatomer mimi lel Avram heinika banim Sarah yeladati ben lezekunavim." Pasuk Zayin and Perichav Aleph. She said, "Who said to Avram that Sarah will nurse sons and will give birth to a boy in her old age and in his old age?" So there's a medrash that says that. So it says banim. Why does it say banim? It should be just one son, because she actually nursed many people. They made a celebration after B'yom Higamel, after Yitzchak was weaned. And one one explanation is that it was after he was weaned from nursing. Another is that it's Hey Gimel, which gematria 8 mal, that refers to the day of the bris of the Milah. But Rashi says it was after 24 months when Yitzchak was weaned away from nursing from his mother. So the Medrash there says that these banims that they nursed from Sarah, they all became Yirei Shemayim. They all became fear of God. And there's a Tosfos in avodah zarah in the Gemara that says that chalav metameh, chalav metaher, that milk can make pure and milk can make impure. That if someone nurses from a woman who's a rasha, so then it will have a bad influence on their character themselves. And if they nurse from a tzaddikes, then they'll have a positive influence on the baby that's nursing. So there's a story that when Rebbe, who was friends with Antoninus, was born, there was a gezerah that the Jews cannot do milah. And his parents did milah anyhow. And someone reported this to the Kesar, but the Kesar, who liked this family, he sent his son, I believe it was his son, Antoninus, who was around the same age, and who did not have bris milah. So when the investigation came, it turned out that the baby wasn't malt, it wasn't circumcised. So they were free. But while Antoninus was by the family of Rebbe, he was nursed one time. And so it says that from this one time, he ended up becoming a proper person. He had Yirei Shemayim, and eventually he was Megayer, and he did his own bris milah. So we see from this the importance of having proper eating and drinking. We also had that by Moshe Rabbeinu, that he refused to nurse from the daughter from any of the Egyptians. So when it comes to this party that was made, these were all the big shots of the time, including Avimelech. And since people were accusing her of not having a child from, that it was all a falsehood, that she really didn't give birth to a child, but they took a child from the marketplace, an orphan, an abandoned child, and pretended it was their own. So therefore, she proved them wrong, because she nursed all the babies of the officers that came to the party. And she did this after the Yitzchak was weaned, and the reason for that is because it would be better for them to have his leftovers than to him have their leftovers of the milk, and that is the explanation of the Kutzker Rebbe. In the meantime, all these people become Yirei Shemayim, but when they saw that she was able to nurse not just her own child, but all their other ones, that was proof positive, in fact, that it was Min Shemayim. There was a miracle that she gave birth in her old age to Avram Avinu. So as I mentioned beforehand, that there's two explanations of when this party was. So which one was it? Was it after the Milah, or was it after the weaning? So Reb Shimon Schwab in Mayan Beis HaShoeva, so he tells us a way that reconciles it, that Avram Avinu, he wanted to make a celebration of the bris, that he was giving his child to Hashem, But the people who also were late Sanim at that time too were going to say, "How can you do this? It's dangerous. You're killing your own son by it's improper to cutting him. It's dangerous." So he had to wait. When did he wait? He waited 2 years later till the baby was clearly healthy, and then when it was weaned, so he made a combination original party to show that the Mila was also done b'derech Hashem and that it was safe. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.